Hello. Just a quick video, or I don't know how long I'm going to rant on for or waffle on for, I don't know. But just a quick video on goals. We all have them. We all want to achieve them. But it just came to light a few days ago when I won't mention names of who said what, but it was a student of mine that is aiming for a certain level, and I just sort of looked at it and thought, why are you aiming so low? Why would you aim low? Why don't you just think better of yourself and aim a little bit higher? You know, it was I didn't really get introduced to goal setting until I was probably 2021. And it was with a club that I used to train and work with, which was GKR Karate. And there was people like Sensei Pete Devlin and Sensei Andrew Ward that were my first real kind of full-time mentors, if you like, not only in the karate but also in business as well. And they sort of got me started off on goal setting and how to set goals, but it really only came to light when I became a manager, and I was working with a gentleman called Sensei Bob McCracken, who runs GKI UK, powerhouse in karate, powerhouse in business as well, and something that a lot of things that he said still resonate with me, so and I still use them to today, so I thank you for that. But he always sort of said, start with the end in mind, and we that's the end goal, and then work backwards. So whenever you're looking at a goal, just think, this is my goal, this is what I want to achieve. All right, regardless of when it is, just say, this is what I want to achieve. Okay, and then work backwards from there. So if your goal is to be a black belt, aim for that. If your goal is to be a millionaire, aim for that. But then start to work backwards and think, right, okay, what do I need to do? So let's just go with black belt, just because it's easy. My goal is black belt. What do I need to do between now and then to achieve that? Or what do I need to do from then to now? So rather than working now to then, work then to now. And think, right, okay, black belt, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 20 years away. Okay, I need to set my plans, set my targets, and set, okay, if it's going to be that to this, if it's going to be first key to black belt, 6 to 8 months, so I'll go black belt, 6 to 8 months there, and then I'm going to go first key to second key, probably another 6 to 8 months, and then you work backwards until you get to where you're at now grade-wise. And then you think, right, okay, I've got that timeline. Now I need to put that timeline into where I'm at this point. And, you probably work it out to about 3 or 4 years if you were to look at a timeline. And then you can start tracking, and you can start progressing, and you can start moving toward that. As the saying is, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with one small step. And that can go for anything as well. But, when you're aiming for a goal, when you're aiming for something that you want, and again, I'll use Bob McCracken again as an example, always said, you will never get what you want, but you will always get what you focus on. So true. So true. Yeah, I'm laughing about it now, but it wasn't. It's not funny. It's not funny back then. And if he's watching, which I very much doubt he is, he'll know exactly what I mean. But when you are aiming for a goal, if you aim for the trees and you fail, because we can all fall short of goals. Let's be honest. We don't always achieve what we want to achieve, but it's there. So if you fall short of a goal, it doesn't matter what it is. Aim for the trees, fall short, you're probably going to end up on the floor, which would hurt if you fell on the floor. But if you aim higher and still fall short, if you aim for the moon and you fall short, you land amongst the stars, which will still be higher than where you originally thought in the first place when you were aiming too low. I don't know if that makes sense. Your first goal is aim for the trees, fall short, hit the floor. Second goal is Aim for the moon. It's too high, too high. Fall short, aim for the stars, which is higher than the tree. The tree was your first goal. I hope that makes sense. That can go for anything in life. It doesn't matter. Everybody has goals. They don't just you don't just pluck a number out of the air. You don't just pluck a goal out of the air. It's got to be something that you want, and it has to be something that you desire. Again, I'll just about karate because that's what I'm in right now. If you've got a goal to achieve the next grade or to achieve whatever it might be, it could be a better stance, it could be, a lower stance, it could be a faster punch. You've then got to think to yourself, the first step to doing that, by the way, is be at class. Turn up, regardless of the goal. To achieve any goal, show up, just be there, and then start working towards it. You've got to put the effort in. You've got to put the time in. You've got to put the work in. Goals just, what you want, your goals just don't get given to you. You have to achieve them, and these are your goals. And I was talking to somebody recently that, live your goals because they're yours. You can't achieve someone else's goal. I think I heard that from Zig Ziglar. You cannot achieve someone else's goal. You can steal someone else's goal and think that's a great idea, but you might achieve it at a different time to them. That could be a different time to them. You could achieve it sooner. You could achieve it after. But when you are looking at a goal, make sure it's yours and make sure it means something to you. And yes, you're going to have people that say, you don't want to do that, or, you'll never get there. Imagine if Thomas Edison or Alexander Graham Bell or, one that everybody knows, Colonel Sanders, said, you'll never get there, you'll never do it. Imagine where we'd be, if some of these people have given us these amazing things. And yes, I do like KFC. Some of these people have given us these amazing things. Even Ray Kroc, who the owner of McDonald's Corp, he had a goal and he worked so hard to get it. So just so you know, the McDonald's brothers don't own McDonald's. Ray Kroc is the boss of McDonald's. I think he's passed away now, but he started the whole McDonald's franchise thing. If you want to watch it, it's called Oops. Anyway, it's got the guy that played Batman in it, the original Batman. I'm going off on a tangent now. So, there's a film out about it, and it's a really, really interesting film. But imagine if these people, got told they couldn't do it, and they listened to that. They listened to the voice of, as the saying is, the voice of reason. I recently just watched the Winston Churchill film, and I don't know how true that is to the truth, but if he'd have listened to the people that were telling him no, and to the people that were saying we can't do that, that's impossible, if he'd have listened to those people, we might not have, things might have turned out a lot differently right now, for the world, but for that one person to just have that belief and that, that was a goal, we want to win the war. I mean, that's a pretty big goal, but just to push and drive and have it every single waking moment and work towards that, don't live someone else's goal. Don't let somebody take yours either. And when I say that, what I mean is, if you want a brand new car, people can come along and say, I want that same car. Okay. But don't let them steal that from you and say, you're never going to get that. Don't let that happen. If there's something you want, you will do whatever you can to achieve it. If you really want it enough. If you don't want it enough, it wasn't a goal in the first place. So, aim high. Aim higher than you think. If your first thought is, I'm going to aim this high, so high, go a little bit higher. Go a little bit higher. try not to, with your goal, under promise yourself and, over deliver. Well, you can do, I suppose, but if you're always under promising yourself, you'll never over deliver. Aim higher, over promise yourself, and if you under deliver, that's still massive progress. And goals have to be tracked as well. Reasonable growth over measurable time. I think Sian Stacey Karetsian, came out with that one. And again, that's something that will resonate with me. A lot of the guys that I've worked with in the past, a lot of the things are resonating and they're coming to me now. I'm sort of drawing from that. So when it comes to your goals, aim high and don't let anybody steal them from you, because it's yours. It's what you want to achieve. You only get one shot in life. Unfortunately, we all come into this world the same way. We all leave the same way. But we all get a certain amount of time. So you got to live your goals and your dreams for you. And it doesn't matter how big or how small those dreams are. If it's something you want, then you will do whatever it takes to achieve it. And not let anybody stand in your way. Take that from somebody who has experienced success, has experienced failure, who's experiencing mediocrity. I would call it mediocrity, purely because I choose to. I don't want to achieve huge things anymore. That might seem like a sort of loser mentality, but been there, done that. No, I've not been a millionaire. No, I've not, I don't own 10 houses. No, I don't drive a big flash car or, dripping, designer clothing. But I've achieved quite a lot and I'm happy with those achievements. At one time when I was working with GKR Karai, I once grew a region from 0 to 1,200 people training each week. And from an income point of view, that gave me a phenomenal income. So I've had that. I don't want that anymore. I want to achieve something else. I want to achieve, for the students that I teach, to be standing, strong standard students. For myself, to be able to pass on, to be able to pass that stuff on to students and see them grow. To me, they're major things. To other people, it might not be. But you know what? You can't poo-poo my dreams because, you can't poo-poo the fact that, I don't want 6 million students. I don't want to be a millionaire. Oh, well, that's loser. I don't care. I am happy I'm happy in my life. I'm happy that I have a family. I'm happy that, we live day by day. I'm happy that my health is getting better. That's another story, but I won't go into that. And I'm just happy. I'm content with how things are. Been there, done that, bought the t-shirt, worn it. It's now time to change clothing. So to cut it all short, your dreams, your goals, aim high. If you fail, as we all do, at least the failure won't be as big as if you're just aiming too low. I can talk for England. Other than that, I do thank the people that have come into my life. I thank the guys that are in GKR, part of GKR, not GKR anymore. I thank the people that I'm grateful for, the people that train with me right now and the parents that sit and, watch the progress of the kids. And, I'm grateful for the people that up sticks and, made the decision to come to Tadashi, to come and train with me. I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for showing up every single week. I'm proud to say that the drop-off rate for Tadashi is pretty much nil. We get to a certain point and we just stay there, and then one or two other people come in, and we grow from there. But I'm also happy to say that I believe I'm not shirking on the standard of that, and that's my goal. My goal is to have a high standard for other people. You know, yes, I'm getting a little bit older, a little bit greyer. I'm also getting a little bit tubbier as well. But I still try to perform as best as I possibly can, because my goal is for people to see that and want to be that, or want to be something like that. You know, if I could be as half as good as, you know, I'll use his name, you know, Stacey Karetsian. If I can be as half as good as that guy, you know, who I hold in high, very high regard martial arts wise, if I can be as half as sharp as him, then I'm gonna be happy. And you know, even now, when I train, I still think of him. When I perform, I still think of how he performs, and I still think of how he demonstrated things. And I just think I want my students to see that, and that's my goal. People can say, "Well, look, James, you're getting grey, you're fat, you're balding. You know, your joints are all too short." You're still not going to take it away from me, because I'll still try and outperform an 18-year-old kid. And that's my goal, and nobody's taking that away from me. Keep your goals close, and do whatever you can to achieve them. That was just a little video, 16 minutes, 35 seconds on goal setting. Well, just goals, not goal setting, but goals in general. And remember, always start with the end in mind. Until next time, I'll bid you adieu.